Aloha, welcome back. Now we're back and we're going to dive into a beautiful exercise I have for you. So this exercise is all about I'm sorry and taking responsibility. So I would like you to dive into something that's really keeping you busy. For example, an action you didn't take, or a word you have missaid, a conversation that you had that was going wrong and that's still spinning in your mind. So as soon as you have that subject of I'm sorry, take a deep breath. Acknowledge yourself for a moment. That you have the courage to look at that situation. Now with that thing that's spinning in your mind, say I'm sorry to that. I am sorry to that situation, but also I'm sorry to you, mind, that you're still occupied with this situation. I'm sorry to me because I'm still busy with that situation, and apparently there's something that is keeping me triggered to continue thinking of that situation. So as soon as you have found your subject of I'm sorry, and just take one, and you can repeat this exercise as many times as you can, and even if other people are involved, just do this exercise by yourself. It's not necessary to express it to the other person. It's necessary for you to express it to yourself, right? So by now you have found your subject. You've acknowledged yourself for working with that subject. You have said I'm sorry to all different parts of you that were busy with that subject or that needed some acknowledgement and some I'm sorries. And then there is the part to say thank you. Thank you to all those parts of you that were into that subject. I don't know what the subject is for you, so I have to paint a bigger picture here, but I think the assignment here is clear, right? Because with you acknowledging that there are things that are keeping you busy, and with you saying I'm sorry to all these different parts of you, you can also express gratitude for the fact that you had the courage to go through that situation. Go through the I'm sorry's towards that situation. And now there is still a very important part to do. And the important part is see how this situation has served you. Because there's something in you that needs that kind of situations. So when I would reflect back on my situations, then there are a lot of situations in which I would play the victim. I was very good at playing the victim. So at the moment that a situation would pop up and it would trigger my victim, and I would go through the sequence of I'm sorry, then at that moment I also became aware that there's something being nurtured by this situation. And acknowledging, embracing the fact that I needed that situation, that there's something in me that is nurtured by such situations that other parts of me would reject. With me acknowledging that specific part, I'm really helping myself to get out of those kinds of situations. But without this last step, without going inwards and seeing, oh, but there's something inside of me that needed this to happen so that it could continue its regular patterns. Doesn't have to be a victim pattern, can also be I don't know, maybe an aggressive, or maybe an anger pattern, or maybe indifference, or whatever it is for you. There can be all kinds of emotions and expressions coming up. With you allowing yourself to see that that pattern, that reaction towards that situation is nurturing you, you are giving yourself a big gift. And this last part of the exercise is not an easy part. And sometimes it really helps to have people help you see that part, help you distract it from your being, because it is so ingrained and it is so part of you that sometimes you are not 100% aware of falling back into that pattern, that strategy, that system, whatever you would call it. You are very courageous going through this exercise. And you can do this as many times as you want, for all kinds of subjects, for all kinds of things that are triggering you, for all kinds of things that are keeping your mind busy and spinning around a certain subject. And with that, you are healing yourself, which is of course the aim of Ho'oponopono. It's a self-healing mechanism. Go on, dear soul. You are worth going on that path. You are worth taking out the crap and replacing it with something that is more gratitude and loving. Take good care.